Okay, so there we go. I was asked to present on business events in Ghana. As I indicated in my earlier presentation, Ghana is noted for business events. And so I would like us to look at the nature of business events in Ghana and how COVID-19 has impacted on it. Basically, I'll begin by first talking about events in Ghana in general terms, and then I'll narrow down to business events in Ghana, after which we'll look at COVID-19 and business events in Ghana. So Ghana is a popular tourist destination in West Africa. And if you look at the events architecture, you realize that rites of passage feature prominently in the mix of events that we have in Ghana. Rites of passage like naming ceremonies, puberty rites, initiation rites, wedding ceremonies, and then funeral ceremonies. And this is on a lighter note. You know, Dr. Siva Kumar lamented about the restrictions which is affecting weddings. And somebody also remarked that this is actually the best time to get married because you are not going to spend so much on your wedding. So it has really affected wedding ceremonies as well in Ghana, especially when you were not supposed to have more than 25 people. Now it has been increased to 100 people. Again, we also have our traditional festivals. And these are also very popular events which the local people participate in. These events are held across the country. And it's like every day there is a festival happening somewhere. So they include Abuachre, Homowo, Adaikese. These festivals are held to commemorate significant events in the lives of the people. And then we have non-traditional festivals. In recent times, as a result of tourism promotion and also cultural promotion, a number of events, which I would term non-traditional festivals, have also emerged, like the Pan-African Historical Theatre Festival, which is held to commemorate the Blacks and then the abolition of slave trade. We also have the National Festival of Arts and Culture, which is also held in the various regions to showcase different aspects of our culture. We also have sporting events like the Ghana Premier League and the musical and entertainment events. Now, most of the local events are musical and entertainment events, which are organized by private event organizers. We also have business events, which I am going to focus on. And here we are talking about MICE, M-I-C-E. Before I narrow down on MICE, I want us to also reflect on 2019, which was the year of return, the year that commemorated the 400 years since the first slaves from Ghana or Africa went to the US. And it was marked by a series of events, over 70 large-scale events, most of which are entertainment events like Panafest, Afro Pitch, Afro Nation, etc. And it was really a success because it brought in a lot of people, especially diasporans into Ghana. And that really boosted the tourism industry. Now you realize that when it comes to business events, most of the people who visit Ghana come here for the purposes of engaging in some kind of meeting or convention or seminar or workshop. So in 2018, for instance, you realize that 53% of tourists indicated that the purpose for which they visited Ghana was for business. And if you look from 2016 all the way to 2018, you realize that business events have always taken a lion's share of the visitors who come into our country. Now, when we talk about business events in Ghana, we are talking about all off-site gatherings. Here we are talking about conventions, trade shows, congresses, conferences, seminars, symposia, etc. And in Ghana, we host a number of international conferences, not only by corporate bodies, but also international organizations like the World Food Program, World Health Organization. Increasingly, many of these organizations are seeing Ghana as a safe haven for such events. And so since 1992, we've had a transition from one government to the other. We are practicing multi-party democracy, and Ghana remains a very peaceful country. So in such a situation, businesses and organizations will find Ghana suitable for their events. And coupled with the fact that we've also had a number of hotels, very upscale and luxury hotels coming to establish here in Ghana, and they have the facilities to host these conferences. So we've had a number of international conferences as well as trade shows. The Ghana International Trade Fair Center hosts a number of trade shows. And also, when we talk about conventions, Ghana is a very religious country. We have Christians and Muslims. Even though the Christians dominate, we have about 70% of the population being Christians. So the religious bodies organize conventions during Easter, during Christmas, and other occasions. And apart from that, we also have a number of trade associations like the Ghana Bar Association, Ghana Hotels Association, also organizing conventions. Now, I mentioned that the luxury hotels, the luxury and upscale hotels have really fueled, business events in Ghana. And as you can see from the bar chart, from 2015 to 2018, we've had a number of 5-star, 4-star, and 3-star hotels, establishing here in Ghana. And these are global brands, the likes of Kempinski, Labadi Beach, Holiday Inn, Marriott, Movenpick, Best Western. We have all these hotels in Ghana, especially from 2015 up to date. A number of these hotels have been set up here, and they continue to host these business events. Now, the business event sector was greatly impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. In the heat of the spread of the virus, government had to invoke a law to place restrictions on a number of activities, especially public gatherings. And you and I know that events are characterized by public gatherings. And so once public gatherings are going to be restricted, then invariably it affects the event industry. So workshops, conferences, funerals, festivals, and religious activities were suspended. From 16th March 2020, there was a ban on public gatherings. Subsequently, the government indicated that not more than 25 people could gather for an event. And this has been reviewed recently to 100, not more than 100 people gathering for an event. There was also a border closure. In fact, the border closure has been in place since 22nd March 2020. So nobody comes in and nobody goes out. There was even a partial lockdown from 29th March to 20th April. And so these things have affected events organization in Ghana. The Ministry of Tourism has also instituted a number of measures to further, check the organization of events. And this includes strict washing of hands and wearing of face masks before entering event venues. And then the observance of strict social distancing protocols, not less than 1 meter between people. And event venues can only operate within 50% of their capacity. and not more than 100 people should gather for an event. The sharing of microphones is also being discouraged. If microphones have to be shared, they have to be sanitized. And all events should be time restrained because people cannot wear face masks for a long period. And then there should be designated health personnel at the event venues. And there should be adequate space for COVID-friendly washrooms. Even the food, the servers and the waiters also have to wear face masks. Cocktails should be served in disposable cups, etc. And so these restrictions have discouraged the organization of public events. So as a result, many events have either been postponed or canceled, including the Premier League, musical concerts, tourist events, etc. A number of them have been canceled. And it has also affected the event venues, that is especially the hotels. And as you can see from the bar chart, occupancy rate has dropped significantly. Prior to COVID-19, occupancy rate was the average occupancy was around 70%. Now it has dropped. These statistics were taken early February, and I'm sure if we should go back now, it would have dropped to about 20 or even 10% occupancy. And so our event industry has really suffered as a result of COVID-19, and we are all praying for the better. Thank you.